Okay, we are recording and we are so pumped that all of you are here or that you're listening to this recording because I think I can speak on behalf of all of the coaches on our team that are going to be sharing their hearts with you tonight. This is by far one of my absolute favorite things that we do. Favorite and stressful because I have to try to bring it in and not allow my passion for what we're going to be talking about to I could keep you guys here all night. So and I think I can say that on behalf of everybody else on our team that will be sharing with you tonight. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Beth. I am one of the coaches on our team. And regardless of whether I'm the coach that invited you to this or somebody else that you will hear from tonight invited you to this, you will quickly see how close we all become and how we are literally just a family, and we do our health and fitness journeys in this life and this business together, and it is just incredible. So I'll kind of just start by introducing myself, and then we kind of like to start these sneak peeks off by just kind of all of the coaches that are leading this specific behind the scenes look at coaching, just kind of share, just for a couple minutes, a little bit about kind of our story, how we got into coaching, maybe how it's, impacted or changed our lives, how long we've kind of been doing this, and then we'll kind of go into more of the logistics of, what coaching is, what exactly is a coach, addressing some of those fears and objections that you may have that maybe are holding you back from, going on ahead and going all in, and then kind of what that looks like if you do decide that this is an opportunity that you want to take advantage of, and then what you can do next to go on ahead and get started. So like I said, my name is Beth Isbell. I've technically been a coach with Beachbody for right at 2 years. This month actually will be my official 2-year coach anniversary, but I didn't decide to actually start working the business and utilizing coaching as a business until literally 12 months ago, July of last year. So I've been actively growing and building my business and running monthly accountability groups for about 12 months now. And whenever I say that just Beachbody in general has changed my life, I can't stress it enough. I started as a challenger, not even in a challenge group, but just going through one of our 60-day programs called the Hammer and Chisel, not really knowing what I was getting myself into. And I've always struggled, my health and fitness journey has always been a part of my life that I've kind of struggled with, and that's always kind of had a hold on my life in general. And I know if you've ever kind of struggled with that part of your life journey, you probably resonate with that. And completing that first 60-day program in my living room literally changed my entire life. And ever since then, I just have, I don't even remember what life was like not being able to share these workout programs. And now what we do as a coach and as a team with others. And then how this business has totally changed my life. Last July, whenever I kind of decided to go all in, I just gave it everything I had. It was the most fulfilling thing I'd ever done. And 6 months later, I was able to make this my full-time job, and I've been doing it for about 6 months now. And it's literally a dream to be able to wake up with so much passion in your heart and a fire in your belly to be able to just share this opportunity with other people. So that is kind of a little bit about me and my coaching journey. I will kind of pass the mic over just to whoever's on my screen next. Mallory, you want to go next, and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Unmute myself. Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Let's back up to I first got introduced to Beachbody 10 or 12 years ago. I was competing for my first pageant, and I needed to get in shape, and I was scared to go in the gym, and I hated going with my boyfriend. So in order to not feel awkward at the gym and not get super annoyed at my boyfriend, I ordered P90X and lifted weights for the first time in my garage. Super hot. It was I completed the entire program, and I actually felt a lot better about going into a gym after that. I don't know. I think I just lost you. Hold on a second.
We can still hear you and see you.
Okay. I don't know what I just did to my screen. I'm not on my computer. See what happened? Anyways, I'll just keep talking. I can't see myself. It's fine. So my first time in doing anything Beachbody was a decade ago. Finally feel comfortable in the gym. Cool, no big deal. Kind of fast forward. I kind of got away from Beachbody, started working out in the gym a little bit more frequently, and then I got pregnant. and gained like 55 pounds when I was pregnant with Brooklyn, who is now like almost 8. And I did not feel comfortable in the gym because I had no gym clothes that fit me when I just had a baby. And so I kind of went back to P90X after I had a baby, and kind of regained my confidence about working out again, started going back to the gym. And so I kind of hopped back and forth between doing P90X because it's the only at-home workout DVDs I ever had, and going to the gym. And then got pregnant again, have another baby. By the way, I have like 10-pound babies. So I gain like 50 pounds every time I'm pregnant, and then have to work my butt off to lose the baby weight. And I actually worked out a little bit more when I was pregnant with my second, who is almost 5. So the last time I really did any consistent Beachbody workout was probably like 5 years ago. And then fast forward, I get divorced. I became a single mom. I, for the first time, was like completely responsible for paying my mortgage and paying all my bills. And it's a really super scary thing. For me, it was super stressful. And I kind of went through a time of like really stressing out about money, and then, kind of found a little bit more balance again. And I'm in sales. So I finally kind of like have this balance going. And then my company got sold this past year, like 6 months ago. And right before that, I actually lost like a really, really huge client. So I had been following Beth for a really long time. I was familiar with Beachbody. I wasn't really sure about the coaching thing. And she kept inviting me to these challenge groups and like coach sneak peeks. And I ghosted on her like every time, I think. So don't feel bad if this is like, I've invited you and you bail on me, because I totally did it. It's totally fine. And I'm not offended. I hope you don't do that though. So I feel like it wasn't the time for me. So I like reached out to her like last July, reached out to her in October. And then come December, my company was being sold. I lost a huge client, and I called Beth and was like, okay, I need to figure out how to make thousands of dollars. Please tell me I can do that. She was like, you sure can. So I signed up to be a coach. I'd never been in a challenge group. I'd never done any on-demand workout. I'd only done P90X in my garage as of December. So then I signed up to be a coach. I signed up with P90X, 80-Day Obsession. And when I cannot stress to you how much it truly did change my mindset. It didn't, I didn't have something, and I wasn't really sure what it was that I was missing, but I can't even explain to you how emotional it was for me going through 80-Day Obsession, and how much support I got, and how awesome it was for me to get other people involved on that journey with me. And then to finish it, it was a kind of an incredible like 3 or 4 months for me. So that is how I got kickstarted as a coach. And I have never been more sure of any decision I ever did than signing up to do that like 6 or 7 months ago. So that's kind of my story. That's where I am. I am at the point now where I'm at this like middle ground of like still working full time. I'm a mom. I have like 5 kids that fill up a Tahoe, and I'm like moving towards doing this full time. So, I'm getting there, but I mean, like, it's interesting to see the girls on our team and how we're at completely different spots and how all of our stories kind of came together. But that was mine.
Awesome. Thank you. Farrell, you want to go next?
Sure. So I was introduced to Beachbody by Beth as well. My background is in health and fitness. I work as a physical therapist and also teach some group fitness classes, and also serve as adjunct faculty for one of our local community colleges for their physical therapist assistant program. So health and wellness has been in my life for as long as I can remember. I mean, it's my profession, it's my passion, and I just wouldn't trade any of those things that I do currently for the world. But here's the thing. I was just missing a huge piece of me. I would say about like 6-8 months, maybe even a year ago, kind of to piggyback off of what Mallory said. Like, I just am not quite sure what it was that I was missing until I found and was introduced to this tribe by Beth. And then it's like, oh, that's what I was missing. I was forgetting to put myself first when it came to fitness. And I know that's really hard for us as women to say because we just feel really guilty about doing that. But I'm here to tell you, we should not, because we really cannot give of ourselves what we don't possess. And so much of my time was spent on trying to fill other people up, if you will. And then my mom was diagnosed with leukemia 10 years ago. And last year, she actually contracted a really significant infection. And the physicians that she was seeing gave her a 30% chance to live. And so suddenly, obviously, and again, I wouldn't change this for the world, everything about my being for about 3 months was turned into making sure that she and the rest of my family had everything they needed. And that's just what I do. Whenever there's adversity or challenges or stressful things, I'm your girl. Until it's over, and I'm proud to say that we actually just celebrated that 1-year anniversary this last weekend, and my mom is still with us, so absolutely amazing. But having said that, when I'm the girl that you want in those situations and those circumstances, then it comes after, and suddenly I literally found myself thinking, what next? Am I going to compete in a marathon? Nah, been there, done that. Am I going to compete in a pageant? Maybe. But also been there, done that. And I figured out that what it was, I'm watching Beth's stories and I'm watching Beth's posts on social media, and I'm like, yeah, I just got to find out what this is about. And so I reached out to her, and I'll tell you what it was that instantly connected me was her genuineness and her ability to 100% lead with her heart. I instantly trusted her. And I literally could stand on the top of my house right now from the rooftop and shout how impactful this network of women, these programs have been to me, because I finally understand and feel really good about pouring into myself, whether it's personal development, whether it's making sure that my workout's a priority, or whether it's spending just awesome quality time with this group of women. Like, it just fills my cup, and it allows me to then continue to be that person that I so greatly enjoy being for my family or my patients or what have you. And like Mallory, I don't have little kiddos at home to keep me busy. I have a 4-legged furry child, obviously, who thinks he's totally part of this community, which closes ears, he is. But I do keep my hands busy in a lot of different things. And this business has really allowed me to tie all of them together and feel incredibly laser focused to focus on every aspect of health and wellness. And it just speaks to me. So long-term plan for me, oddly enough, I actually just am in a situation this month. I'm starting my 4th month of coaching. And on Friday, I just finished my last day at a current company that I worked at for physical therapy unexpectedly. And the old Farrell would have been like so nervous and so worried about what the next couple of days, weeks, months are going to look like. And I found myself being super excited because I'm like, ooh, I only have 2 jobs. I can work this Beachbody business so much more right now. And it felt like such a security and such an excitement that I haven't felt in a while. So I feel blessed to know y'all. I feel blessed to have the opportunity. And again, I'm going to piggyback off Beth too. I'm really trying hard to control my excitement, my passion, because I could talk to you for like 35 more minutes at least.
Thank you, Farrell. Heather, do you want to go next? Go Heather, then Whitney.
Sure. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So my journey with Beachbody started a few years ago now, whenever I was competing or I was getting ready to compete for the first time in Ohio. And I did not grow up being taught nutrition, being taught fitness. I didn't see that, and that's to no fault of anyone. It's just how I was raised. I was I'm from South Carolina, born and raised, and it's fried food and sweet tea. And that literally is just kind of the mindset around what I was raised in. And so whenever it came to, I was 30 pounds overweight after my second child, and I was trying to envision my why. I love being a wife, and I love being a mother, and I love my career. And there was this link missing that when I came to my husband and said, I want to compete in a Mrs. Pageant. And he said, I thought you were kidding all of those years ago. It brought me to the point of, really my first thought was that I want to lose the weight. And I had no idea how that journey in itself, which is a story for a different day, was going to open up this world of finding my why, plugging into my community, connecting with women and hearing those stories in a way that just that will change your life. So that my first interaction with Beachbody was getting plugged into a 7-day clean eating crock pot challenge group. And I was like, cool, this is, I learned a lot. I really didn't cook at the time, so it was something that was easy, it fit my lifestyle, and it was great. And then fast forward, and eventually I became a Shakeology lover, and I was a discount coach because, I could get the discount, but I knew I still had my career, and I really had no intentions of coaching. That was back in 2015. And then we fast forward, competed, was Mrs. Ohio in 2016. And you have the rush of staying fit and staying in a certain order as you're competing at Mrs. America, and you have this tribe of women that you get to know. And then once that pageant is over, then all of a sudden it's kind of like, of course you go about your community stuff, which was the biggest part to me. But then there came this kind of lull that I fell into afterwards. And it was, again, just, you kind of had a goal in mind, and then you reached that goal, and it was like, okay, from here, now what's going to motivate me to stay physically fit and create these lifestyle changes and continue with them? And right whenever I was kind of in the cusp of that lull is whenever, Beth sat right beside me at Mrs. America, and we really got to know each other, and we didn't even really talk Beachbody at the time. And then after that, we were just able to connect through our journey, and that's whenever 80 Day Obsession came out. And before that, really all I had done, I owned the disc like Mallory. I owned PiYo that I had inherited from someone. And that was my sole program, low intensity. I had never lifted weights in my life. It got me to a toned point, and I was like, that's great. But come January when that program launched, I wanted something that was going to give me another goal. But lo and behold, just like Mallory said, it completely changed my mindset around doing things that I didn't think I could do. I'd never lifted weights in my life, developing muscles I didn't know that I had. And at the same time, seeing how I had people reaching out to me saying that I was inspiring them just by talking about my journey. I was not at that time a coach. I didn't sign up as a coach, but all I did was share my journey with them. And one by one, I was having these one-off conversations. Heather, what is this 80-day thing that you're doing? What is this superfood drink that you're drinking? And it was never anything more than that. And I've only now been an official coach for 2 months. And the conversations that are taking place on a daily basis, meeting women that are from all over the country. I was just telling Beth that, ever since leaving Summit, that of course, it ignited a fire inside of me it clicked for the why. Probably a month and a half ago, I said, this is what I want to be my full time. And whenever you say it out loud, whenever you say, I have a goal of turning this into something that's not just a discount coach and something that's not just a hobby coach, but that it's creating a freedom. And not even a financial freedom. I know that's a part of it, but it's a time freedom. It's being able to be where you want to be, and that you're not answering to anyone except the people that you're feeding into. And that can be at any time of day. It could be in any form. It could be by a live video or a message or whatever it is, an Instagram post. But people need you, and people connect with you. And whenever you take down the fears and you take down the doubt of maybe I don't have as big of a following as she does, but they're connecting to you and they're finding you. And now it's just fueling this fire inside of me that now I said my goals out loud. I have a time frame that I want this to be a full time. I have a time frame that I'm ready to leave my career for. And that's something never in a million years. I'm a business banker with a pretty big Midwest bank, and I have a great gig. And so for me, it's something that's very different and very outside of my borders, but Beth has helped me single-handedly with this whole tribe being together in Indianapolis and talking to everyone about their goals. And we all come from different lifestyles, but we all have we have a common niche there, and it's that we want to reach people. And it's that same tribe that pageantry brought to me, because as a woman in my mid-30s, like, to find other women that we can connect to on a day-to-day basis is not the norm for me anyway. And so to find people that have the same vision as you and that can come together and lift you up and support you, you will not fail. You will not fail with this tribe, because we make sure that we support each other, and the way we're bouncing ideas off of each other is so incredibly cool. And it's helped me find my why. It's helped me know now why I am stepping out and I'm going to take the chance on it, because I believe in it. And it may not be in my time frame that I think that's okay, because like Rachel Hollis says, that whenever you have dreams, you don't put time frames on those. It's going to happen. I just don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to get there. So that's been my journey, and it's been so incredibly fun.
Okay, guys, so this concludes our coach sneak peek, because that was awesome. I'm just like sitting over here beaming. Let's pass it over to Whitney. We'll have Whitney share a little bit about her story and her journey, and then we'll kind of get into some less, well, it's all awesome, but just kind of more logistical stuff and less kind of stories. So Whitney?
Hi guys, can you hear me? All right, cool. So that's kind of hard to follow, so thank you, Heather. But no, seriously, that was awesome. So I have been coaching for about 2 months now. And just to kind of give you a little backstory, I was actually approached about 3 years ago from another coach on another team through social media. And I attended one of these sneak peeks just like you all are today. And I was just really skeptical. It seemed awesome, and I wanted to be a part of it, but I was also really into working at the gym, and I was like, I don't know if I can do these at-home workouts. I don't know if they'll be able to push me. Yeah, okay, well, I need to just set all of that aside because I was so wrong. But anyway, I couldn't really go through with it. I put it on the back burner, and I decided I wanted to do something with health and wellness. So I spent 3 years going back to school. I got a degree in occupational therapy. I graduated. I got a job. And then I was like, shoot, I have 2 kids that I've been raising this whole time. And this means that I'm going to have to schlep them off to daycare and work a 9 to 5. And that was just a really hard pill for me to swallow. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I hate to do this. I feel like I need to be the one at home with my children. I want to make them the priority. And what can I do that involves health and fitness that I can do at home while I can be with my kids? So this has sort of been my dream situation. I went out to dinner with my girlfriend, Mallory, who you spoke with earlier. And she told me that she had started coaching. So I was like, let's see what she has to say about this. So I followed her on social media. I followed her journey, and I realized that what she was doing was actually working. So I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. My first goal was just to sign up and basically make in that first month what I had put into it. And if I could do that, then no skin off my nose, right? Because it was just a little bit of time, and it was worth it just to kind of find what, I needed to get me at home with my children, which was my main priority. So I actually ended up tripling that, which was amazing. And I know I'm only 2 months in, but my goal is just to continue to grow. And I feel like with this job, it's not really a job, it's more like inspiring people, but the sky is really the limit, and you can really take it as far as you want. If you just want to do a little bit on the side, you can do that. But if you want to shoot for the stars, you honestly can. Everything is within your reach. And one thing that I love about this team is that we have so many resources. If you want to make this something for the rest of your life, you will get there with just being a part of this team and having everything at your fingertips, literally. I think one thing that helped me, I don't know if this will resonate with any of you, but I didn't want to hack a product. I did not want to be a product pusher. Like, I feel like social media is totally flooded right now with all of that. And I just didn't see myself doing that unless I truly believed in what I was doing. And to me, the difference between selling a product and Beachbody is I might regret that eye cream that was $75 that I didn't really care for, but I'm never going to regret investing in myself and just trying to better myself. And we're promoting a lifestyle change and an experience. And I feel like that's something I would never regret, and hopefully nobody else will, but that just sort of made it come full circle for me and just sort of allowed me to get where I am today. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Hopefully that covers it.
That was perfect. I am so hopeful that kind of like the first logistical piece, if that's what you want to call it, that we like to talk about is how your why literally drives not only your business, if this is something that you decide to, become a part of, but just your journey in general, and staying really deeply rooted to why you started that workout program, why you bought a Lift 4 challenge pack to start that in a couple weeks, why you reached out to whoever you did that invited you to this group. Why did you reach out to them? What was like the one thing that just, sparked that interest or made you commit or is making you want to commit, and just staying so deeply connected to that the sky, like Whitney said, the sky is really the limit in your health and fitness journey and with this business. And I'm so hopeful that, it just so happens that let's see, I think there's 6 of us that are kind of leading the sneak peek. It just so happens that all of our lives are so different. And I think that you really, become to understand that as we kind of share our stories, whether it's our age, having kids, not having kids, being married, not being married. I'm a full-time PhD student at the University of Oklahoma, having degrees, having a career in banking or sales or PT or, health and fitness. We're all so very different. But like Heather mentioned earlier, there's just like, if you just want to live your best life, like it's the only way to put it. If you just want to live your best life, then this tribe, this community, and this journey is totally for you. And like Whitney kind of alluded to, literally what we do as coaches is we make, number one, like your top priority as a coach is yourself. Like you make yourself a priority. You're a product of the product. So that means you complete our workout programs. You just focus on personal development and transforming yourself from the inside out. And the coaching piece is just sharing that with other people in all of its imperfections. And Mallory's going to talk in just a second about, some of those fears that may be kind of running through your head as far as, well, I'm not, I haven't even started a workout program yet. We have lots of you on this call that maybe you haven't even joined a challenge group, and we're talking about challenge groups and you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But it's literally just the accountability and support piece to you completing one of our programs. And so, maybe your fear is, well, I'm not at my goal fitness weight or, fitness level, or, I'm not a nutritionist, or whatever sort of fears and objections you kind of hear yourself telling yourself. That is like, that's not what a coach is. It's not perfection in your health and fitness journey. It's not you like always being positive and always, just being perfect in your life journey or your health and fitness journey. Literally what a coach is a cheerleader, a motivator, a supporter, a mentor to your challengers and to the coaches on your team. Our main responsibility is to just support other people on their journey while we're on our own. And that's really the beautiful part about this, is that you can't help serve other people if you don't continually make your own journey and progress intentional. It's literally the ultimate accountability system. And I tell my husband that all the time, like as much as I have grown to love just getting a really good sweat session in, if I didn't have the support of my challenge groups and honestly my coaches, sometimes I'll pop into our team page and I'm like, hey, who like needs to do their workout because like I'm struggling here and I need somebody to hop on with me. That is really just the amazing part about this entire journey. You literally get paid to become your best self while helping others do the same. We run monthly challenge groups. So, maybe you have seen the coach that invited you to this group post about, their next challenge group or accountability group or boot camp opening. We run those every month, and we encourage all of our coaches to just help 3 people every single month. Just help 3 people get plugged into that support group, start a program, and just start their own journey. And then depending on what your goals are with the business, you'll build a team of coaches of your own who just continue to duplicate that process and help other people on their health and fitness journey. And then most importantly, we build a community and a tribe of incredible women who just lift you up and support you. But your goals with this business will dictate exactly what working this business looks like for you. So I know a lot of questions that I get, or objections, honestly, that I hear is, I don't like, how much time does this take? And here's the thing. If you decide that this is an opportunity for you, you're the CEO of this business. You get to decide exactly what that looks like. If you have goals to maybe quit a full-time job or totally supplement your income or pay off, a big chunk of debt or retire your spouse or, whatever your goals are, and don't get me wrong, I know those sound like big, really scary goals. They are. Your goals probably won't start out that big, but they can evolve in one direction or the other. But the amount of time that you put into growing your business, into running challenge groups, into connecting with our team is totally up to you. So the excuse that you don't have a lot of time is kind of like, well, like you have time for whatever you want time for. And that is really a really awesome piece of this business. And it's just like whenever you're choosing a workout program, whether you've been in a challenge group or not, if you don't have time to do a 60-minute program or a 60-minute workout every day because of your schedule, because of kids, whatever, you're probably not going to pick 80-day obsession. However, if you have 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, you're probably going to pick a program like Lift 4, which is our new program that's launching in a couple weeks. This business is exactly the same kind of decision-making process. Whatever you have time for, and honestly, whatever is a priority to you and whatever your goals are, the amount of time that you invest in this business will align directly with that, and you will have all of our support in helping you walk or run at whatever pace it is that you decide to. Which kind of leads me into my last point specifically before I pass it over to Mallory. What kind of support will you have? And I think that hopefully it is kind of attested to the fact that you will have all of the support that you need because of our team. We have a team page where you can hop in and ask questions at literally any point. Somebody will be there to answer them for you. We have weekly team calls, which is actually right after this, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We go to quarterly events. We have a yearly annual conference. We do one-on-one calls. We do like little kind of leadership pod groups and calls. And there's literally a place for you on this team no matter what. And another really cool thing that we do just to kind of alleviate some of the overwhelmingness that comes with starting your own business and kind of jumping into a new opportunity is we have a new coach training. It's a self-paced 30-day training that you can literally go through at your own pace. But what we like to do is as soon as we get a new group of coaches who sign up, we'll put you in a Facebook group, and every day for a couple weeks, one of us will hop on live in that group, and we will just teach you little tidbits about the business so that you can just check into that group at any point throughout the day and watch, a 10-ish minute video on something that is going to help you continue moving your business forward, regardless of what your goals are. And it's really cool to kind of have that smaller community within our group to kind of relate to in terms of, okay, I just signed up 3 days ago. I don't even know what a challenge pack is. Like, somebody help me out here. And so that's really cool too. And actually our next new coach training will be starting this coming Monday, July 9th. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to kind of get your feet wet with that for sure. But you will literally have all of the guidance that you need from not only your upline coach, but our entire team as well. And I think the moment that you become a part of this team is the moment that you will really kind of see that put into action. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mallory. She is going to kind of talk a little bit about income, the discount with the coaching opportunity. She's going to address some of those fears and objections, and then talk a little bit about what to do next if you are interested in coaching. And then she'll pass it back to me, and we'll wrap it up with kind of a fun little giveaway that we're going to do.
Okay, awesome. So I think you hand me the mic on the money aspect because I come from sales. So I think like the first conversation we had about me coaching was like, how much money can I actually make doing this? I need to know. So just so you know how we make money, it's really loud out there. I don't know if you can hear, all the kids just got back from karate. So sorry. But we actually make 25% retail on everything that we sell. So you can kind of do the math on like the challenge packs and the Shakeology and the performance line and all of that stuff. And that is just kind of like the base way that we make money. It's the fastest way. It's the way that like you'll be doing this for a week and the next week you see money in your bank account, which is kind of awesome and crazy. And then you kind of get into this next level of what we call team cycle bonuses. But basically the dumbed down version of when I'm a coach and I have coaches underneath me, I get bonus based on the amount of volume that they sell. So it's kind of a percentage. It's kind of a bonus based on volume, kind of a weird mathematical equation. But just know, to simplify it, you make a small percentage of what your team is also selling. And then there's actually kind of, once you get going, if you end up signing up and you want to build a team, there's a way that you can actually kind of double and triple dip in income when you have a spouse account and when you have different tiers. And that's just kind of down the road how you can make extra bonuses. So if you really want to make money, it's like 100% possible. We were at Summit last week and I have never in my life been like, I'm going to make $1 million doing this. Like it's happening. It's happening. But in regards to that, because we make 25% commission, we also get a 25% discount. So if you are in a program like 80-Day Obsession or like Lift 4 or anything, and you're not a discount coach, I would highly recommend becoming a discount coach only because it'll save you money in the long run. If you're doing the programs, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein. You need to make sure you're fueling your body properly, and it will save you money. Honestly, just saves you money. So I'm cheap. So, just going for that. But as far as I know, Beth really addressed, I think one of the biggest things that people say, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have time. Listen, I just I work 40 hours a week. I live with 6 children and a spouse and his cousin in the basement. So like my life is freaking crazy, but I want this so badly. Like I find the time to do it, and if you want something, you will find the time. When you want to work out, you're finding your 30 minutes to work out or your hour to work out. And if you want this, you will find that 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours or a few hours I spent yesterday prepping for some stuff. You will figure it out. And the thing about it is that, all of the stuff that seems so overwhelming is stuff that your coach will help walk you through and save you time on how am I posting a video? How much time does that take you? How am I reaching out to people? Which kind of leads me into another one of, oh my gosh, how can I do this? How am I going to invite people? What if nobody wants to do my challenge group? What am I going to do? And I know Beth does this. I do this. Every time I have a new coach on my team, I help them co-lead their first challenge group. I think it's really, really important for a couple of reasons. If you've been in a challenge group, you kind of have an idea of how the My Challenge Tracker app works, but then there's a back end to it. There's some like logistical stuff. And then Beth has actually created some really, really awesome guides for us to use as coaches. So we kind of walk you through how to post everything, how to schedule everything, how to invite people to your first challenge group. This week, I had a lot of my new coaches posting their like announcement post about our next challenge group that we're running. And I was going back and forth. I'm calling Nicole out because she was so nervous and she, wrote out her whole long post and it was amazing. And right before she sent it, she sent me literally the same emoji of how I felt before I posted mine of like, oh my God, I'm doing this. It's happening. I'm posting it and like, I'm running away and just going to come back hours later. And she posted it this morning. And today she was like so overwhelmed and had such a positive response from everybody that was super supportive of her journey, super intrigued by what she was doing. And just because she's real, I think the biggest thing that I've learned about this business and the most successful coaches are just the ones that are the most genuine, that are the most transparent, that are just showing up every day for themselves and showing up every day for their challengers. That's it. It's not a very hard business. It's pretty simple. You just have to do it. That's it. So I think the other thing that I've come across is like, okay, I want to do this. I can make the time. I can do the posting. It's fine. But first I just like want to lose 20 pounds, you know, because I want people to follow me when I'm fit, which I'm like, oh, I want to shake you, because I was so like jealous of everyone posting all of their transformation pictures, all of these girls who had been in challenge groups, which I hadn't been in. I had like never taken a before and after in my life and was like way too vain to ever post anything like that. So I'm seeing all these girls and they're so honest and they're so transparent. And I'm like, if I could just have had someone follow me around for the last 6 months while I was doing this and losing the weight, like maybe they'd want to do it with me. So like, if you're that person, now is the time, sister, because now is the time that people are going to know the true you. They're going to connect with you because they want to do exactly what you're doing and lose weight and get stronger and feel better. Like you just feel so much better about every aspect of your life. It's amazing. And having people be able to follow you on that journey is incredible. Incredible. And I think the other thing that kind of goes along with that, as far as like, I need to lose 20 pounds, is I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a nutrition expert. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. And neither do we. Like, none of us are dietitians. None of us, and we have some physical therapists on our team. But the great thing is that all we are is really like the cheerleader. We have this amazing company that has all of these perfected programs that if you bring to any personal trainer and ask Jenny, one of my coaches who brought it to a personal trainer and was like, are these legit? What is this? Yeah, they're freaking legit. Like they spend tons of time and years and run test groups and do all of this stuff with the workouts, with the nutrition programs, with everything. And so we are just lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to share that with all of the people that we have access to. And so I think Beachbody has really embraced having coaches start promoting their products because they're realizing that like, this is how we're going to get to people. This is how we are truly going to help people, is because you're not a dietitian. You're not a nutrition expert. You're not a personal, you're real. Like you're a real person that's seeing real results. And all you're having to do is cheer other people on and share it. And that's it. That's all we have to do is be you. So I think I'll probably pass it back to Beth. But if you do have any questions, I think like Beth said, we have our new coach training group starting next Monday. So please reach out to your coach who invited you. If you guys have any questions, I think Beth is going to wrap it up for us.
Thank you, Mallory. So yes. All of those things. I hope that the content that we covered and the stories that we shared kind of gave you some insight as to literally just what we do as coaches. And literally what we do as coaches is everything that we just talked about, and that's it. You can totally make this business conducive to your goals, to where you're at in your life phase and just your journey in general. And so now we just kind of want to wrap it up really quick with kind of what to do next. Of course, ask any and all questions that you may have. Reach out to the coach that you've connected with, that maybe invited you here, that you reached out to ask. Ask any questions that you have. Also, feel free. We're going to post this recording, like I mentioned earlier, in the Facebook event page. Feel free to post questions there, and somebody will get back to you and get them answered. But kind of moving forward, outside of getting all of your questions answered, of course, reach out to the coach that invited you to this group or this sneak peek. If you do decide that this is an opportunity and a tribe that you want to be a part of. If you have never been in a challenge group before, perfect opportunity to kind of go all in right now with the launch of the Lift 4 program that launches on July 16th. I'm sure you have seen a little bit about that. It's 4 days a week, 30 to 35 minutes a day on those 4 days, a really flexible meal plan, and you can actually sign up for a coach and purchase that Lift 4 program all at the same time. You'll get your coach packet, you'll get not only the Lift 4 program early access, but you'll get an entire year's worth of access to all of our programs, a month of Shakeology and the nutrition plan and things like that. And so it really is the perfect time for new customers and coaches to jump on board to kind of take advantage of that. If you've already been in a challenge group and you're a customer of your coaches, it is a really easy process to just upgrade your account, your customer account, to a coach account. And if you've purchased a challenge pack in the past, then it's totally free for you to do that. And your coach can kind of help you walk you through that process. And then everybody who decides that this is something they want to do, we'll start with our new coach training on Monday. We did want to kind of do like a fun little incentive to give you the confidence. I'm sorry. dogs are barking, to give you the confidence that you need to like really kind of go all in if anything that we said spoke to you, or if you connected with it in any way. And that is this: if you decide within the next 24 hours that you want to just be a part of this thing we're doing, and you want to sign up as a coach, and in the next 48 hours, so basically by Wednesday night, if you decide like, yes, I want to go all in, I want to do this coaching thing, and you can bring 2 people with you just to be a part of the next challenge group that you're going to be in, your mom, your sister, your cousin, your best friend from high school, if you can do those 2 things, sign up to be a coach and bring 2 friends with you to the next challenge group, you are going to get a $25 Lululemon gift card from your coach. So if I invited you to this group, I'm going to give you a $25 Lululemon gift card. If Farrell invited you to the group, if Mallory, if Whitney, if Heather invited you to this group, then you will get a $25 gift card to Lululemon from us. I'm kind of jealous of this because I don't own one thing from Lululemon. So if you decide to go all in and do literally this life journey with us and bring 2 people with you by Wednesday night, so you have 2 full days, and I know you know at least 2 people that would love to be on this health and fitness journey with you, then that's kind of just something fun that we want to do for you guys. So that is all of the content that we had. Sorry we ran a little bit late. Like I said, we could keep you here all night talking about, sharing our hearts and our passion with you guys. But please let us know what questions you have, and we will just go from there. And I'll post this recording in our event page. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your Monday. And for those of you that are already coaches, I'll see you on the team call in just a couple minutes. Bye, guys.